Name mama sorry no. Sister cause name mama sorry no.
Hello everyone, how are you? Today we're going to be making some mixed berry muffins, and it's a very simple recipe. I'll put the recipe down in the description. I'm not really going to talk too much on this one because I just decided this one to be a relaxing type of playthrough. As you can see, I'm gathering my inspiration on my tablet because I want to see what it kind of looks like and what I'm aiming for. So every now and then, I'm going to just refer back to the recipe that I have and make improvements upon it. So first, I started out by kind of creaming the butter and the sugar together. I didn't have brown sugar, so what I did was I doubled the amount of white sugar. It called for like a cup of white sugar, somewhere like a cup of white sugar, a cup of light brown sugar. So I did the 2 cups of sugar, and then I put just a little bit of molasses in there, just the tiniest bit, since I didn't have the brown sugar on hand. But as you can see, I was struggling with the jar. The jar was trying to fight back with me. So basically, you're gonna see me like pick it up and like, I'm like, oh my god, what's going on here? But yeah. I didn't really know that, these type of muffins required like nutmeg and cinnamon. So I guess that's what makes it like so good. But I would never imagine that to a fruit muffin you added cinnamon and nutmeg, but the taste was like so good. It rivaled that of a bakery, in my opinion. So my very humble opinion. So I was very happy about how it came out. But I just made sure that all my ingredients were kind of room temperature, and then I just mixed it together. As you can see, the venue is kind of different, so I didn't have a mixer, so I used a lot of, elbow grease, which I don't mind. But yeah, sometimes it's just fun to do it this way. And as you can see, the preparation is very short. I think the only thing that took long was just the baking, but I was over here fighting with the butter and the whisk. You can actually add vanilla extract to this as well. So I didn't have vanilla extract, so I just, overcompensated a little bit with the cinnamon and the nutmeg, because I was throwing it off a little bit, but yeah, these were so good. As you can see, I started mixing in the eggs and the mixture got so homogeneous. I was like, oh my gosh, am I forgetting something? And then I literally was like, oh, flour. I need some flour in there. And I put 3 cups of flour in the bowl. The recipe that I found, it called for sour cream. I don't have sour cream, so I compensated that by adding a little bit more butter. And then I also added condensed milk. I don't know, but that's what I did. You can follow the recipe. I'll link it in the description. Hopefully I find it again because my computer just shut off. But it was just a simple mixed berry recipe, and it called for like 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. I did not have that, so what I did, but even if I did have the sour cream, the dough was looking, if I added sour cream, it would be too like liquidy anyways, so I feel like the way I did it came out even better. And as you can see, I have 1.5 cups of milk, and I was adding it gradually, and yeah, I'm just mixing everything together. The fruit of choice was a frozen mixed berry that I kind of use for smoothies, but I don't know, I was like, I really want some muffins. I don't want to go buy any. I have all the ingredients at home, so why not? I just macerated them with some sugar so that, you can get that sweetness. But even then, I only added like a little bit. I was scared. I thought they were already going to be sweet. But if I were to redo this recipe again, I would add a little bit more sugar to the berries before so they can sit in there and soak up all that sweetness, because raspberries are tart. Really, really tart. So, yeah. What I decided to do was I added half of the fruit mixture into the batter first. And I didn't mix it like I was wanting them to all become one color, but yeah. And like I said earlier, I said that I put condensed milk in there. I'm over here waiting for the condensed milk. I'm waiting for the condensed milk to kind of come out. It wasn't coming out, so I just decided to go ahead and grab a new container that was in my cupboard and use that instead. And I used like half of it, so it was just a little bit, but it really did make a difference. So first, I just made two muffins, and the two muffins that I made were without the fruit because I know my sister, she doesn't really like fruit in the muffin. So what I did was the juices that were left from the mixed berry kind of mixture, the juice, I used it to swirl in the muffin. So you'll see that a little bit later. And I did make a streusel for the muffin because I felt like it needed it. And I also did the sugar top. So I just mixed the flour. So streusel is basically flour, sugar, and butter. And you just make sure it becomes like one mixture, and you sprinkle it on top when it comes together, and you just bake it together. So as you can see, I was saying earlier, I mixed it, but not like I want it all to become one color. You kind of want it to, like, you know. So yeah, the fruit, I would just add a little bit to the top, the remaining ones that didn't make it into the mixture. And as you can see the two that I'm paying a little bit extra attention to, those were the ones that are for my sister, so they're kind of like a control. Just know that when you're baking the muffins, I feel like you should allow them to like bake on 350 so that they won't be too dry or whatever. And when you want the top to brown, you just crank it up, you broil it on high, but like for a minute, like literally 1 minute. So for a minute I would boil it, I broiled it, and then the top browned so nicely, and then that was it. And as you can see, I spoke earlier about doing that sugar top. This is the cane sugar, the natural one. So that's what I used to do the sugar top, and then added the streusel on later. So yeah, pretty much these muffins were done at this point. It's left with a little bit, so I just decided that I wanted to add the streusel around this time, and then I put it on the broiler. But as you can see, they're finished, but the color is not really appealing. So what I did was, like I spoke earlier, I broiled it on, like, it was like at 500 degrees, but I broiled it for like 1 minute, and I was like right there by the oven, because if you leave, you will burn your muffins, okay? You will burn them and you will feel so bad. So I was just watching them like a hawk, because I was like, the color's supposed to change right now, but it wasn't changing, so maybe the oven's not hot enough. So that's exactly what I did. And these are the muffins after they are broiled. They are coming out of the oven and they are looking so gorgeous. I was very proud, actually. I was really, really proud. And this is the outcome of the muffins. I'm just gonna break one apart for y'all so that y'all can see fresh out of the oven how they are. And to this day, it's been 2 days since I've made it, and they are still so soft and moist. There is no reason for you to be buying muffins when you can make it at home and it'd be so simple and easy. Like, look how soft that is. Okay, look how soft that is. Everything came together. It was really hot, so but yeah, look, we did it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope y'all have a very blessed day. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah,